this Saturday evening, the night after we had quite the show in the sky, and of course Mother's Day weekend. Everyone wants to know, how are my plans with Mom looking? After today, some of you may have gotten rained out from your plans, and we also had some severe weather that managed to pop up this afternoon as well. We'll talk about that. We'll take a look at some photos from the Aurora Borealis last night, your odds of seeing it tonight, and what the hour-by-hour forecast looks like for your Mother's Day. So first the good stuff, and then the bad stuff. So Rick from Brunswick sent this picture from last night. Mark from Bainbridge sent this one. These are, of course, the northern lights, which was very visible across Ohio last night. Lots of amazing pictures were coming in from our viewers. If you've gotten more, feel free to send. And if you get any of tonight as well, send those in to us too. Now, the other thing, of course, is that we do have a tornado report from today. At about 2:42, and it did not say, of course, is spelled wrong, so ignore that part, but we had a tornado, and it was an EF0. Well, I don't know why this graphic is not wanting to update properly. However, we had an EF0 tornado report in Brimfield at about 2:42 this afternoon. About an hour later, or about 45 minutes later, it was actually warned on as a tornado. There had just been some rotation within this storm, pretty cold upper level atmospheric temperatures in the mix. So we're going to keep an eye out for any more reports. We don't have any more damage reports, but there was in Mahoning County a tornado warning around 3:30 to about 5 o'clock. They kept it as it headed into Pennsylvania just because it did have the potential to produce tornadic activity. So what we saw was an EF0 in Brimfield that again was warned on an hour later, and it just produced damage on a golf course, some downed trees, and I know some tiles on a footpath were torn up as well. Thankfully no injuries, no property damage other than that footpath as well. So aside from the mixed in severe weather there, we only had one other severe thunderstorm warning. Aside from that, there were some special weather statements with some storms that came through because hail was the bigger problem, really. And as we've gone throughout the night tonight, we've had a mix of clouds and some sunshine. So while some of you were hearing tornado sirens or were seeing hail come down, others of you were seeing sunshine and comfortable temperatures. So it was just a mix throughout the day today. It was, of course, because a cold front came through. So this is just kind of a scene of what it looked like downtown Cleveland throughout the day today. And it was pretty chilly, too. So, you don't always associate severe weather or thunderstorms with temperatures in the 50s and 60s, and that's where we were today. Now, as we look at satellite and radar here, everyone wants to know, am I going to get to see the northern lights again tonight? Well, it's a toss-up, little dicey, and I'll show you why. You can see that the cold front has now swept off to the east. The potential for storms has really died down, and if I zoom in here, you can see that we do still have a few light showers. I'm going to go ahead and clear this frontal boundary out to get you a more clear picture of what's going on. We have some showers still hanging out in our eastern communities. If you saw the northern lights tonight, it would be later than you saw it last night because it will take longer for the clouds to clear, and that is if you can get the clouds to clear in your neighborhood. It's also not going to be as strong of a storm, so the potential there is more so along the waterfront. I've already got some people asking, is the northern lights going to happen tonight? Yes. So it's a G5. If you compare that to last night, that's not as strong of a storm for us to see the northern lights. But again, if you live more so along the waterfront, if you live, along the coast here, the northern coast, that is where you're most likely to see it, and in an area where the clouds clear a bit more. So for now, we still got a couple showers hanging around, right? Let's go ahead and get to Futurecast, see how it pans out for us. So you can see those clouds there, and of course this is just a model. This is not actuality of the exact thing that will happen and where the clouds will be at the pinpointed time. But notice how it takes them a little while to get out of the area as we head into that 10, 11 o'clock hour. So here's your forecast for tonight. Temperatures will drop into the upper 40s. We have early showers, but the clouds will ultimately be decreasing. So as for your northern lights forecast, it'll again peak about 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. There's a look at your forecasted visibility. Poor is in the red, good is in the green. So it's just going to be kind of a hit and miss thing as we go throughout the night tonight. This is through about 11, 12 tonight. You need to be in an area that's, not bright And also just know that the lights from the aurora borealis, the colors, may not be as bright as they were last night with or without clouds. So beyond that, let's go ahead and talk about Mom's Day, whatever you have planned to celebrate her. Your plans are good to go. Indoor, outdoor. Outdoor in the morning, it'll be just slightly chilly, mid-50s. You saw we will get down to the upper 40s, especially in those areas where the clouds clear a bit more. But we'll climb relatively quick through the 50s. I'm just reloading to see if anyone had any additional questions regarding the forecast here, so I'm loading your guys' Facebook page. Aside from that, your dinner plans will have more sunshine. Temperatures will be in the upper and mid 60s at that point. It will actually be a spread of temperatures. I want to pick this back up where we left off on Futurecast here. So there is tomorrow at noon. Let me back this up just a little bit. So if you're heading out to church early morning, I would say definitely grab a jacket. Temperatures will be about 50 degrees, 8, 9 o'clock. Notice how we have more cloud cover in the east versus the west. That will also contribute to our temperature profile in the afternoon, closer to 70 in the west, whereas if you live in Ashtabula, Chardon, Youngstown, you'll be closer to the 60 degree mark. Middle of the road, of course, is Cleveland in the mid-60s. Tomorrow afternoon could also be just a touch breezy, mainly in the morning. We'll see those winds die down for the afternoon. Now for your Sunday night, staying clear, quiet with that southerly flow. That southerly flow actually picks up as we head into Monday. We could see some spotty showers on Monday, but temperatures will be the big difference here. We're going to be back towards about 80 degrees for the afternoon. And then Tuesday, rain returns, and it'll last through the day. Just a quick look here at your wind gusts. So really, if you're heading out early for breakfast or church, that's when things will noticeably be just a touch breezy on Sunday morning. But aside from that, you can go on a walk with Mom, get outside, go plant some flowers in her yard for her, maybe, if that was what your plan was to do for her. And then as we look at the 8-day forecast, here it is for you. Our warm pocket going to be Monday. So kind of steadily cooler through the middle part of the work week. Temperatures this time of year are usually hanging out at about 70, so a touch below average. Of course, the rain on Tuesday and cold front aren't helping us much. We do warm back up to the 70s Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That comes with a small rain chance Friday into Saturday. We're watching for kind of an unorganized at this point system to come through. I don't think it's going to be a washout of a weekend by any means, but I do think that probably later in the afternoon through early Saturday, we will see some spotty to scattered showers. Thankfully, though, the 70s are sticking around for that time period. If you guys have questions about the forecast that I did not cover, feel free to drop them in the comments. And you can always head over to fox8.com, check out the forecast there as well. Someone said, is Lake Milton okay? Yes, the severe threat has now died down. If I go ahead and pull up our radar just one more time, get you a look at this. You can see there are still showers around. No lightning strikes, though. The lightning strikes are well off to our east. I'll even pull this up. This shows a good picture of your lightning strikes as well. So some spotty showers will be around still tonight, but again, this is just the wraparound moisture. The cold front has now cleared through, as have the thunderstorms. But we will always keep you updated if there is any sort of severe threat coming through. But for tonight, I think you are in the clear. All right, guys, I will be back on tonight after the, looks like Cincinnati Reds game wraps up. So we'll probably go on a little late, but you are always welcome to tune in on air with us at that time. Talk to you then.